now, and I'm going to explain to you how we make our cheese. So it started in 1974 when that old guy, Henry Wille, and his wife Louise took over the goat farm from his parents. And now 51 years later, with 40 stores in 3 different countries, he's one of the best cheesemakers in the world. So every morning we start with about 200 liters of milk and we heat it up to 29 degrees Celsius. Then we add the rennet, this makes the milk thick. And then we also add some secret ingredients. Now I can tell you what they are, but then I might have to kill you. After about 2 to 3 hours, the milk is thick like a pudding, and we can cut it or turn it with 3 large knives like these. They spin around for about 2 to 3 hours. And then you get this. The liquid is called the whey, and at the bottom you have the curds. It's 90% whey and 10% curds, and we use the curds to make the cheese. So that means for 1 kilo of cheese, we need 10 liters of milk. Now the whey, we don't let it go to waste. We give it back to our cows in their food. It's really good for your skin, so they put it in a lot of makeup. They put it in protein shakes and energy drinks. And Henry once said, if you drink it, you will stay young forever. So I've been drinking it for quite some time now. And I am almost 30 years old. Now we put the curds into a mold like this one. This is the mold for 1 kilo cheese. Normally it has a little net in there so the curds stay in, and then it has holes in the back so the excess whey can get out. Then we put it under the cheese press for about 2 to 3 hours or until it's all dry. And then it goes into the salt bath. This is 80% water and 20% salt. And we do this to give the cheese a bit of a salty flavor. Now 1 kilo stays in for 1 day, 2 kilos for 2 days, and everything above 2 kilos only for 2 days, or it gets too salty and we would have to throw it away. Then it goes on the shelves to ripe, as you can see in the picture. For young cheese, that's 4 weeks, middle-aged cheese 6 months, and old cheese 1 year or longer, or you're officially not allowed to call it old cheese. Now I get the question a lot, so what is better, young or old cheese? Well, my mom, who also works here, says cheese is just like men. Some people want young and some people want old. Now, this is the oldest cheese that we have. It's almost 5 years old. We don't eat it, we don't sell it, but now we use it for bowling because it's. Or if my boyfriend doesn't listen to me, I will chuck it at his face. Now we have about 30 different flavors you can try inside today, but these are the most famous ones. The top one is Gouda. It's not Gouda, but I will give you to say it like that. It's kind of like a fly stuck in your throat and you're trying to get it out. Then we have cumin, herbs and garlic, organic truffle, and organic green pesto. Now we also have this, and it's not a sausage, this is our smoked cheese. Last week we got a new one, it's a completely vegan smoked cheese, if you're interested in that one. And then these 3 are the oldest cheeses that we have that you can eat. They're 18 months or a year and a half old. We have 3 different types, we have cow, goat, and sheep. The goat won the award for best extra old goat cheese in the world in a competition in Wisconsin in 2019. The sheep cheese won the award for best extra old sheep cheese in Europe in 2019. And the cow one unfortunately didn't win anything, but we're trying again this year. Now, if you're somewhat like me, you probably didn't know there were competitions for cheese, but the more you know. And since we're not that good at soccer, we have to make it up somehow. Now, we also make our very own beer, and this isn't just any beer, this is special beer. This is made with the whey, the stuff that's left over from the cheese making process. We put it in here so you too can stay young forever. Now we have 2 different types. We have one with 9% alcohol, and this one is almost 10%. Now we do not sell to people under 18, so you probably won't be getting away with it. And then, last but not least, you have a few different ways of cutting cheese. You can use a normal knife and risk cutting in your fingers. Or you can use a slicer and a grater and still risk cutting in your fingers. So the slicer works like this, and then you have your slice of cheese. And the grater, you can use it for pasta or pizza or whatever you like. And then you have your grated cheese. Now before we go inside, if there's anyone who doesn't like cheese, which is fine, I guess. We haven't forgotten about you. In the back of the store, we have the exit. And next to the exit, we have syrup waffles and gingerbread cookies you can try. Now, all of our cheeses can be kept outside of the fridge for 1 month if you keep it closed. Inside the fridge for 7 months if you keep it closed. Inside the fridge open for about 5 weeks. You can travel with it all over the world, just as long as you keep it closed. The only cheese that you cannot take with you outside of Europe is this cheese. It's the farmer's cheese. It's made with unpasteurized milk, and a lot of countries outside of Europe, especially Canada, the US, and Mexico, have really strict rules against bringing unpasteurized stuff. So if you just stay away from this one if you're from outside of Europe, then you should be fine. Now, are there any questions about